Okay, hey guys, Dan here, stockmarketmentor.com, and I want to look at Facebook today, and here's why. I've seen, I'll get to what this is in a second, but I've seen a lot of posts today, some in in our trading forum, and then some just on, Twitter, whatever, about this and how, oh, it's a good short. And I guess Kramer was opining that this time is different, that advertisers are going to flee Facebook. And as I understand it, and I'm not a Facebooker, we have a media account for stockmarketmentor.com. I haven't been on there in probably 10 years, maybe less than that, maybe probably 7 or 8. Don't know the password, couldn't care less about it. I think Mark Zuckerberg is every bit the scumbag he was when he was in Harvard, and I think Sheryl Sandberg's basically a big phony. But other than that, and the fact that I think their website plays to addicts, attention addicts, in the same way as heroin plays to those who have a substance abuse and a reality issue problem. Other than that, hey, I think the company's just awesome. So what am I going to do with this stock? Oh, I want to short the snot out of this because their power went out, them and Instagram and whatever other companies they own, WhatsApp, all of that stuff is just horrible, horrible stuff. And then, oh, as it turns out, a bunch of their information, I think it's like 1.5 billion users. Your information is for sale on a hacking website. So there's all kinds of crap that's going wrong with this company. So I don't think it's a good short, though. Look, if you're buying it, forget about this stuff. I don't know why TC2000 isn't able to manage these after market ticks. But anyway, as I look at this stock, I mean, there's no way that I would be interested in buying it because of the way that I particularly trade. However, I will say, gun to head, and thank you for nobody doing that, I would be a buyer of this before I would sell it because the stock has already taken a dump. I mean, it's in the porta potty in a huge way. So it's very close to the 200-day moving average, and that's an obvious bounce point. It doesn't hit the 200-day that often, and when it has in the past, it's been turned out to be an excellent buying opportunity. Yeah, I get it. Back here in 2000, it did. In 2020, it didn't. Well, guys, everything did that. Everything did that. Same thing here. But with respect to the general trend, anytime this stock has hit the 200, it's a buy. And so as I look at this stock now, it's not something that I would buy, this notwithstanding, but I'll tell you why. Because as stocks, the faster down stocks go. Remember, everybody that sells a stock, that share's bought by somebody else. And if the stock keeps falling lower and lower, that somebody else who bought the stock is losing money. And so because of that, when you see something decline so fast and so hard, this leaves in its wake at higher prices traders who are really unhappy, and they'll want to be selling if the stock can actually come back and help them get their money back. And so that's a situation where, as I say, there's a lot of pain in the chart. And so because of that, I would expect any rebound to actually be kind of mild. I could be wrong. I was wrong in a similar fashion. I'll just tell you. I was wrong on Roku, kind of a different situation, but those that are members will know this. We had a nice trade on Roku, and then the stock fell down to here, and I was kind of looking at the same type of situation, and I said, I don't think that the stock is going to rebound that fast. I think it's going to need some time, and that kind of turned out to be wrong. ultimately it was right, but that's a different analysis. I was wrong in saying this was not going to snap back quickly. Now with Facebook, I would give the same analysis, but here's what you need to know. Okay, it's not like somebody died in an auto accident. All the stuff that they're doing, all the stuff that's happening right now, it is fixable. It's totally fixable. And, even though I think Zuck and Sandberg are scumbags, nobody really cares what I think with respect to those two people. They're both billionaires. I'm not. You don't care what I think? Yes, I'm just editorializing. But they're going to fix this issue. Remember when when they weren't able to monetize Facebook on the mobile platform? I thought that was kind of the end of it for them too. So I'm not a visionary. I'm a nowinary. That's all I look for. And right now, as I see this stock potentially coming up to rebound, kind of like the S&P did back here. This is what I can envision for Facebook, and then ultimately this comes back down. So I could actually envision Facebook doing the same thing. What I would really look for is this stock to rebound and rebound fiercely and violently, and then if, not when, I'm not Dennis Gartman, I'm not a prognosticator. I don't know what he is, but I'm not that. What I would expect is for this stock to come up here, and then what I'll be watching for is this. I'll be watching to see if this stock fails, if it fails at or right around the 50-day moving average. This would be one of those instances where if you look at the stock, it's just bouncing up and back, up and down, but always in the same, kind of on the same railroad tracks. This is where the train got off the track. It's trying to get back on, and it's not working that well. So where I would want to be shorting the stock is if it does this, I'm going to want to short it right here, like on the first down day, and then keep a buy stop just above here, like this. That's where I would want to short the stock. If you're looking at shorting this stock now, that's just madness. The stock has fallen all the way down here. It's not just going to keep going down. They'll get past this thing. They always do. And then, yeah, I'll say it. Then you're going to get back on Facebook because you have to. You need the rush. You need the adrenaline. You need the endorphins that you get from somebody posting likes when you post your latest selfie of the meal that you ate, the dessert that you're having, the nice view. You know the drill. You do it. You get all your news from there. You're not going to get off of that just because of these current problems, and you don't really care what Kramer says about advertising fleeing. You're going to get back in there because you need it. It's what validates you as a person, certainly as a millennial or whatever you call yourselves these days. Everybody needs Facebook, for no other reason than to get all your unbiased news. So don't give up on Facebook. Don't think it's face plant. It's not. But I've told you my trading strategy. I wouldn't buy this here. I wouldn't sell it. I would actually wait for the stock to come back up and then look to see if it might be available for a short. So, or at the very least, a bear call spread. And maybe we'll put some trades on Option Market Mentor, an Iron Condor or something, or wait for the stock to rebound at the 2 and then put on a bull put spread, selling the 300s, buying the 290s or the 280s, something like that. So there's a lot of ways that you can trade this, but just to go flat out short this stock, man, I would give you a thumbs down on that. I would dislike you and possibly even unfollow you. All right, that's all I got to say.